Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 33 of Direwolf20's server play series. I am just logging into the server. Well, that's a lie, I've been on for a little bit. Hanging out with Soren, Floristar, Morvalara, Neptune Pink. As you guys should remember, Neptune Pink is the author of Factorization. Slowpoke just joined us on TeamSpeak. Balhamar was here a bit ago, but I think he disappeared somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, that's about everybody who's on at the moment. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Cool. So I've been writing turtle code between last episode and this, basically because I know you guys don't always enjoy watching me code. That's probably a little boring. So I wrote all the code, and now you get to see the fruits of my labor, and I'll paste bin the code for those of you who want to go dissect it and figure out how it works. So let's check it out. Basically, I wrote a program where I can give it information like 1 for this apiary, 2 for this, 3 for this, and 4 for this. In theory. I haven't tested any more than one yet. And what it'll do is it'll go pull out all the bees, bring them over to the beealyzer, have them all analyzed, and then put each one in sequence into this machine here, where it's going to determine both if it's a drone or a princess. It'll also determine what species, both primary and secondary, each of them are. Now, since we only get one princess every time, what I'm going to have to do is bring the drone back up here and put the princess in the top slot, no matter what it is. But I'm checking each drone each time it goes through here, and it'll analyze and compare all the different drones it gets and try and figure out which one is the best to place in the bottom drone slot. Right now, my only criteria is that the primary and secondary species are equal, but it's not going to force that. Basically, I'll real quick walk you through how this works. So, lots of boring code, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking without pushing push to talk right now because of the whole V thing. So, yeah, just so you know. So, lots of boring code, stuff's happening. I have different functions.
Moment when Dire goes silent.
Yeah, but I need to find the scan bees. That's going to bring them and drop them off in the scanner. And then the analyze bees is the part where it tries to figure out what type of bee it is. So first, it checks if the data type is princess. And if it is, it remembers in a variable what item slot the princess is in. So right now, my princess is in slot 2. Otherwise, it goes and tries to determine what the best drone is. If the best drone is equal to 0, which is how the program starts, it sets the best drone equal to the current slot. So that would probably be this one right now. Okay, and then what it does is, otherwise, it's going to check if the primary species is equal to the secondary species. And if that is the case, then it will make that new drone the best drone. So what it's going to come through right now, it'll say like, hey, if this drone, right now, best drone is 0. So it'll come through, it'll analyze this guy and say, he's the best drone. I don't care what he is, he's the best drone because he's the first one I found. Then it'll move through and it'll find the princess. And it'll say, oh, that's the princess. She's in slot number 2. Okay, cool. Then it'll move through and determine that this guy, it's going to check and say, well, they're not the same species, primary and secondary, so I'm just going to move on. You're not the best drone. And then it'll be done, and it'll wind up that this guy's the best drone. Now, if we reverse these guys, he'll start off as the best. This one will be identified as the princess, and then this one will be identified as the best drone because he's the same species, primary and secondary. Now, if I wanted to, I could get even more in depth and determine, like, what type of species, but this is kind of a proof of concept. I'm also using already analyzed drones at the moment because this machine takes 1 minute to analyze each drone. I timed it. And I don't want to wait 3 minutes while demonstrating this to you guys, so let's do it. Basically, I'm going to tell him to analyze 1. And what he's going to do is he's going to go over and he's going to emulate every action that he would otherwise do. Okay, I'm done explaining code. So what this guy should wind up doing is going over here, going through here, and going over to this little guy and pulling out all the bees out of the apiary and putting them in his inventory. Of course, there aren't any, but you can see him going through. Bump it up, bump, bump. He also, by the way, scans his inventory as he pulls items out and checks to compare them against the honeycombs that he has in the bottom slots. That's why all those honeycombs are there. Right now you can see him, he placed his bees in there and they got instantly analyzed because they were already analyzed. So now he's sleeping for a minute while the bee scans. What he's going to do now is he's going to place the first bee in. It's going to tell you what it is, cultivated forest, that's correct. It's going to identify him as the best drone. The next one, it found out that it was the princess in slot 2. Forest cultivated, best drone is still number 1. And then cultivated, best drone became number 3. He's going to then bring his drone over here and drop the princess in the top slot. Dun, dun, dun. Ignore the fact that he spins a little bit more than he should. It's bothering me, but we'll fix it. I'm going to take the princess out of the top slot because I don't want these to actually breed just yet, because this is demonstration purposes. Then he comes over here, and he finds his way to the bottom of this slot. Now, if I had chosen apiary 2, by the way, it would have done everything just with this slot here. He put the best drone, the purebred one, in the bottom slot. That's why we were remembering which slot the best drone was in. Remember, his code right here says best drone is in slot 3. Right now, he's heading back to his home because he did everything he was supposed to do. And I'll probably have one of those Red Power 2 or IC2 recharge stations right here on the ground. So that's him looping. I will also add in a function, which I haven't done just yet, to drop off any excess drones and chests. I'll probably even go so far as to void ones that are not purebred, and, you know, we'll see. I might void them all. I haven't decided yet. That's kind of what these chests are for. I was going to put purebred of one type in here, purebred of another type in here, purebred of another, whatever. We'll figure it out. So that's proof of concept basically kind of working. So let's see this guy actually work in reality. And I'm going to edit out the go-to command. I don't like the current lines being broadcast there, and I'll do a couple other things and be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I just ran the analyze2 command, and we can see that the drone, or the turtle, came over here and collected all these goodies out of the second beehive. In the first beehive, we made it our forest cultivated with our purebred cultivated, so we're going to see what kind of good bees we get out of this system here. We should be watching this guy waiting. I added in the delays again, so he waits for each cycle about... the number of time he waits is weird. I'm not going to go into that. Alright, since we're waiting, I will go into it. Basically, the computer sleep event... I know, it's crazy. The computer sleep event is based on world ticks, and this progress bar doesn't seem to be, and maybe it is, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I should test this in a single-player world. The analyzer. Maybe the analyzer's progress bar does use world ticks. I imagine it would have to, right?
Probably. And then it could also be that's not syncing.
That actually might be something I should test, is I should go into a single-player world and see, without server lag, how long it actually takes for the analyzer to run. Because it took an exact 1 minute on the server, so we'll have to see. So you can see here, our best drone is still the first one, because the second one was not a purebred. So neither of these drones turned out to be purebred. This is a cultivated forest hybrid, so it should identify the princesses in slot 3, which is cool. Nice. And it's a cultivated forest princess. Right. I love this. It's awesome. So it's going to meet our common forest with our cultivated forest. So like I said, we're not analyzing the type of bee yet. We're just analyzing and trying to get a purebred into the drone slot. Now, this obviously could backfire and wind up, downgrading our bees and making them, bad. We could go from cultivated to forest purebred if we are only analyzing purebred, so that might not be good. And don't worry, I'm not going to spend this entire episode on bees and computers. I'm just having fun with this part and showing you guys, the progress that I've made thus far. Yep, having a good time. So once this guy waits another 30 seconds, I'm going to go off camera for a few minutes, figure out where... I see a Soren. Figure out how long this thing really takes, and look, he's going now, and he's going to drop off his princess and his drones. Pretty cool. I have to fix my go-to program, too. It likes to spin when it doesn't have to.
It's dancing.
Kind of, yeah. See, it's spinning right there? It shouldn't be spinning right now.
Right.
It, determined what direction it was facing, and it should spin if it needs to, but it doesn't need to, so stop spinning. See, it did it again. It should just keep going forward. But it spins 4 times to get to the appropriate direction to face, which is a little derpy. So we should put our princess in the top and the best drone, which was in the first slot, right there. So again, I haven't told him what to do with excess drones. We'll probably wind up doing something with those in the future. Maybe sorting them, maybe whatever, I don't know. We'll see. So for now, he's just going to go to the spot, which is eventually going to be his recharge slot. All right, I'm going to have him run Analyze3 here for the moment. We'll see what kind of cool bees we get from this, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Just relogged into the server. Looks like Elaram joined us, which is cool. The time that the analyzer takes to run in single player is 25 seconds, but because the server's lagging, our TPS is low, our ticks per second are low, it's taking almost a minute. But that's okay because the analyzer is taking, however long to run based on ticks, and the computer uses ticks to calculate world time. And you can see I'm in cheat mode because I was in single player. Whoops. Recipe mode. All right, so far we've determined that our first drone is a forest cultivated, and it made that the best drone available. This drone, it's analyzing. Maybe it's a purebred. I'm going to hope that for it to be the case. That would be cool. Yeah, we'll see. And then once it finishes analyzing, about 5 seconds-ish after, yeah, maybe I should make the tick 27 seconds or something just to make a little bit of a slower, faster thing. But he should pull down and analyze and quickly determine if it's purebred or not and update the best drone variable if it turns out to be the case. Come on, do your thing. Let's go. Come on, turtle. Be cool for me. You're going to pull out. There it goes. It pulled it down. Cultivated. Nice. So see how it updated the best drone to be in slot 2 because it's purebred. It said, hey, you're better than slot 1. This one's purebred. Nice. And it'll identify this guy as the princess. So I'm going to make it a little bit faster to run, and then we're going to move on to some other builds because I'm not going to spend an entire episode on this. That might be a little dull. All right, YouTube, I am back. I decided I want to add on to this shared liquids room. Don't ask me why. I felt like it might be fun. Going over here to this chest, and we can see we have a lot of apples. I'm going to be using them very soon, as a matter of fact, because I think I can use a lot of my existing setup here to get apple juice. So what I'm going to do is first probably start rolling up some iron plates. Should be a good time. Haven't buy all. Yeah, we're definitely one of those, some more of these, probably some more of these. Yeah, because how many of these do we use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to need at least a few more. That'll do, hopefully. Yes. I'm going to need a handful more iron plates. So off to the house to get some iron, and I'm going to roll this up. And then while I'm waiting for the iron to roll, I'm going to set up what will hopefully be my nifty underground system for getting this whole thing going. What are you all up to? You guys
working on a sorting room, but thinking I might call it a night for this.
Yeah.
Getting my basic industrial craft power set up so that I can have some resources that are closer than the shared workshop.
Yeah. I'm moving away from IC2. Got a fountain craft furnace. 2 of them actually set up.
Ooh, the rolling machine has an interface now that tells you how much megajoules it's got going on. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Wow, and it's even a little bit faster when it's got a lot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I brought way too much iron over here, didn't I?
Oh, no,
Probably just let one stack occur and then I'll collect it out of the, yeah, that's way more iron than I should probably be turning into iron plates.
Last time I didn't break it up. Guess there's some middle area.
Gee, I hope Covert fixed that bug.
Which one?
The one where if you use a, what's it called, valve block, iron tank valve, as the very bottom center block, which is where all the data is stored.
It sends it out. That one?
Well, the tank resets when the server resets.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Yeah, and like by resets, I mean empties entirely.
It sounds like a problem.
Yeah, I found it for him, so I'm all kinds of proud of myself. He's like, that shouldn't be happening. I'm like, it's happening, dude. And he's like,
Nice.
And then he's like, oh, you know what? It only happens if liquid is flowing into the tank at the time of the server reset.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh. He's like, yeah, I already fixed it in my code. I'm like, yay, I found a bug. I'm generally quite proud of myself when I find a bug.
Yeah.
See, YouTube viewers, what would happen here is you'd be all like, hey, My tanks aren't staying full. That's not good. And you'd be
Oh,
all
rage to
unhappy.
covert.
Did I
Use
not
good
have
for...
any of these iron tank wall things?
What now?
Nothing, building a new tank.
No, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Hey, yeah, well, you better move.
It's all that one. The good old days when you could jump out of pipes and tubes.
I'm sure they'll bring it back at some point.
Oh no, hers are actually, the bounding box are set to the pipe itself, which probably was similar to what Chicken Bones did for the relay posts.
Yeah.
So it does it on the server too, and it just gets the bounding box and colliding box from that.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. Those are words.
Basically, it's unlikely to happen.
Yay, iron tank. That looks good to me. Let's head back home. Because I'm going to need a few things. Probably my liquid transport stuff. But there's a kind of a thing I'm going to have to do down here. It's going to kind of be funny, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy. But follow me on this, and then you'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. Just wait. Oh, I was making things. Yes, I was making cool things.
Was?
Yep, I need to go see if they're done. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah. To the cave!
It's auto Arctic gate time because I need those things. They're neat.
Yay, auto archic gates.
Yeah, now we're expecting Yellow Ram to release the series.
Alright, I was getting some Buildcraft goodies. Gonna need some you, and some of you, and that should probably be good. Yeah, that looks nice. Alright, let's go crafting. So, my problem here is, and then I found a solution that I think will work. Basically, this squeezer can be used for both the apple juice and the honey, which is perfect. It's all set up already, right? I just need to pump it up, but the apple juice can't go into this tank. That won't be good. So I'm going to basically need to get things hooked up properly. Now, I was going to use 2 of these Buildcraft tanks, but I might even not have to do that. I might be able to just wire it up and it should work. There is one of the add-ons, I'm pretty sure it's additional Buildcraft objects, that gives you a, whatchamacallit, a liquid diamond pipe, so you can sort your diamond pipes and stuff, which might be cool. But we're just going to throw some apples in here and see what happens, without any sorting of any kind. And then we'll see what happens. So, let's throw a few apples into the squeezer. Yep, or they could be destroyed. That was cool. What happened to my apples? Oh, they got thrown into here because of the manager. Fine, fine, that's okay. We're going to tell the manager to keep 4 apples in there. We'll say 5 at all times. And then we'll put the apples in the input chest like we probably should. And it's going to pull them out, courtesy of the manager. And the manager's going to be like, hey, you're okay.
We're already having plans for LRM's series.
Oh.
So you know how the old motion pictures didn't have any sound, it had the text that popped up in between?
If you say so.
Not know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and she was like, okay, I need to get the piano music for that. We can add a little sepia to the screen, add that music background, text in between everything, and bingo. Elrond's thing. She never has to talk for it.
Back again.
Hey,
Welcome
Slow.
Welcome
I'm
back.
recording.
Oh, hey.
You know, I thought I'd need a more complex solution than I had for this, but this might actually be working out all right. I'm going to see how it goes.
What? Did I go for simple?
Nice.
You know,
Yeah,
in
deal.
fairness,
Hey, Slow.
I know I overcomplicate things sometimes, but I do try to go for efficient designs.
Oh?
Nice.
Try. It's not my fault that the over-engineered designs are sometimes more entertaining for the YouTube community and audience.
This is true.
Like,
See,
it's
see,
fun to watch
YouTube?
somebody derp around for a while.
It's your fault, YouTube.
Yeah, I was about to say, see, he's blaming you, YouTube.
Yes, exactly.
I like how you always have the portal and instantly use a miscrap portal. I understand why, but it's just funny.
Well, like, no, there's a really good reason for that.
There is. Mostly for, closing
You know what
the
I need to
portals
do?
and-
Like, I have to bug iTunes and be like, hey, I need a way to close one portal, not both.
Yeah.
Like, maybe
Yeah.
if my mouse cursor is over, like, the blue portal and I hit R, it just closes the blue portal. That way I can leave the yellow one open at my house all the time and just, like, pop through whenever I need. But then I can close them because lag.
Yeah.
Well, I'm collecting mulch.
We should probably make the rendering for the config auto non whatever secret.
Okay, lots of apples being processed into apple juice now.
Apple juice.
I might need to, at some point, like, split out and sort my my bee products. Which might be fun.
Maybe.
It could be.
I'll take some silk wisps. You'll never know.
Yeah, you can borrow some stuff if you need. I have plenty more bee products to process, too. Like, a lot more, because I'm having fun with bees.
Yeah.
Let's go over and visit our bee area here. I think because I used those frames I got from villagers. I think I did that off camera, too, but I got a few frames from villagers. Yeah, I think I got a lot more bee products this cycle. But they're all doing stuff. I'm breeding because I want to be able to get, like, really fancy items from the bees, because there's some cool stuff to get, like, further down the line. What is this thing?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's a Steve's Cart's wooden driving cart?
Yeah.
How do you get in?
You use the GUI, there's a little mount and dismount button.
Oh, I have to make my GUI scale better then. That is small. I wonder if this GUI scale would be okay for YouTube. Like, YouTube?
If you
What do you think?
turn it to large, it should be good.
Yeah, I'll let YouTube tell me how they like the GUI scale, if it's too small or too large as it is right now. Like, obviously for, you know, the cart. Alright, how do I make this thing go? Oh, I need to put some fuel in the engine, don't I?
Should already be in. Oh, yeah, it should already be in there.
The engine's like, hey Steve, you're pretty heavy.
No,
I'm
you
having
got
trouble
it.
moving you.
Sorry, but this looks too funny. Pictures for the win.
With a giant portal gun on my back.
Actually, I don't see that currently because of a different thing.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, yeah, apple juice build, easier than I thought. Add apples to the system that I built earlier. Yeah, again, how's the GUI scale? Let me know in the comments of this video. Tell me GUI scale, I don't know, what do I want people to say? Good or bad? Just say GUI scale good or GUI scale bad. If you like it, maybe I'll keep it. Maybe. We'll see. I'm pretty used to my auto GUI scale, but it just doesn't fit with Steve's cart stuff.
Yeah. No, if it didn't
Too shabby.
take 4 hours to make a cart, I would probably make more carts.
It doesn't take 4 hours to make normal carts, just more
No,
advanced ones.
normal carts. Yeah, it's the advanced one I want. Oh, it's like, okay, I can make this, this, and this.
Don't you
How
have a
long
chunk
is
loader, dude?
it? Me?
Yeah.
I don't think I've made one yet. I guess.
Aren't you
Boy
playing on a
counts as one.
server where, like, you know, these things are possible through science?
Science, indeed.
Use science.
I told you so. You should be grateful. In the original plan, it was going to take a week to make those.
Oh, I
advanced
know.
cars.
A week? Yeah, that's a
You told-
little
yeah,
overboard.
That's what
dude.
he told me. I was like,
Hey, I
I don't
should
think
start
I
working on
can
some
find
Zycraft stuff, shouldn't I?
probably not actually,
Why not?
because
Is
I
it-
changed the way. I should update before we start doing that at least.
Really?
Because I changed the way the power system works for the inventory stuff, and if you have it in your inventory, you will crash.
So
Oh.
for now, it's still XY. You have no use craft.
Gotcha.
To be fair, Dyer, I'm not sure what the most advanced card does now, but if you see what the most advanced card that we had planned did, you would say it was okay.
Yeah, what's the most advanced card that they had planned to?
9x9 tunnels, 128 blocks long.
Doesn't sound so bad. I like 9x9 tunnels. It sounds
Yeah,
perfect.
like 9x9.
I
It,
thought you might.
it sounds like the perfect tunnel for me.
Yeah, I
where's
thought
the
you
problem?
might. That was what the original plan was, a 9x9 high tunnel that went 128 blocks deep into it before it needed to refresh itself.
Not too bad.
Yeah. I don't know what
These
the
bees still
actual end
living?
result of the top tier is now. The idea is we wanted a car that you just couldn't build in a day. It actually was something you had to plan ahead for.
Interesting. All right, YouTube,
Well-
I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, guys, so I am back poking around on my computer and my bee thing for the last couple minutes of this episode. Basically, making it a little bit, I hope, easier to read. I'm going to go ahead and post this to Pastebin so you can check it out. It's probably not the most, flexible program, but it should work pretty well. You can see I'm using my go-to function for my GPS and everything. I'm going to go ahead and put this up on Pastebin. So, yeah, it should be pretty cool. I do have a really cool idea for future plans of this. Basically, I have a plan to assign each breed of bee a number and make that a variable that we can keep at the top here so it's easy to change. And then I'm going to analyze the bees, and inside this function that I created called, not ditch combs, not scan bees, it's almost there, determine best. Right now it's only, comparing to make sure that it's a purebred. But I'm going to advance this function and flesh it out a little bit more, and we're going to make it set up so that it determines what type of species it is and then ranks them so that, the best species get priority over the worst species so that we can kind of hopefully automatically breed bees using computers, which is kind of cool. I think it's awesome. I don't know. I might be crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and exit this guy and go ahead and analyze one because we're probably at the point where we need to analyze. I should also write into the program here how to get rid of excess drones and whatnot, but we'll deal with that in a bit. So now I've got these two, a forest princess, a cultivated drone, and a cultivated drone. Not too shabby. You can see it's going to start pulling items out. Now, one thing it does do, because it got a comb in here, it realizes it's got to ditch its combs. So it's going to go do that right now. So that's a program or a function that I wrote inside the program, is it looks at the combs it gets, compares it to the ones in its inventory. Now, if I get a few extra combs, I'm going to have to add them in here as another compare. But then it goes all the way across the room here and, puts them in this chest. So all the combs that are produced by this are going to be put in here because we can't be analyzing our bees. You can see it's right now comparing against all the bees that it picked up to see if there's any combs in there. And then it's going to head over and analyze the bees as we would want. So pretty neat. I'm pretty happy with this program, I'm not going to lie. Hopefully, the approach I took of writing a lot of it off camera and then showing you the work in progress and how the turtle here moves around and does all its bee analyzing and stuff, I think that's awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy checking that out too. So it's pretty close to the wrapping up point of this episode, I think. Let me check. Yeah, we're definitely getting pretty close. Looks like we got about a minute left here. So I do want to check one more thing. Ideally, this thing should pull the cultivated drone out about 1 or 2 seconds after it finishes analyzing. I want to make sure that does happen. I adjusted the timing on the computer as well as the analyzer here to kind of do that. So let's see what happens. It should complete analyzing of the bee. Boom. and then it should pull it out within 1 or 2 seconds. Alright. Yeah, that was pretty quick. Not too shabby. So we got a cultivated forest drone there, you can see. I think that's cool. You guys might not, but I like it. I think it's a neat program. Gotta love computer craft. There's so many cool things you can do with it. And I did temporarily mute these guys, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the right TeamSpeak channel so we can all say, see you later.
Sound microphone activated.
Hey guys, I'm back. I'm wrapping up the episode 33 of the video, so I just wanted to pop in here and check on Metabase and Soren. Look like they're the only two left hanging out. What are you guys doing?
We're
Testing Thaumcraft put together with Portal Gun and seeing how well it behaves.
and getting
Nice.
revenge on Metabase for killing me yesterday.
Nice.
Actually gave me a heart attack, and warheads
Yeah.
are really sour. Just so your viewers know, really
Indeed,
sour.
they are.
Yeah, I think that's the way they're advertised.
Okay, just wanted to send out a warning so no one's surprised if they were expecting a sweet.
Like, don't they
Actually,
say the
some
word
are.
sour on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I just
Ooh,
it could be
best
misleading.
drone.
So.
I'm really gonna cause problems here with that, aren't I?
Hey, I just want to warn you of something, Metabase, real quick before we wrap up here.
Yeah.
Salt is really salty.
Oh, thank you, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been cooking wrong so long.
Yeah, I know. Like, just in case you were expecting to put salt in your mouth and have it be really sweet, you'd probably be wrong.
Thank you, all
That
wise, mighty dire.
explains the people looking at me funny when I was putting sugar on all my food.
No,
Ooh,
that's
I think
not
my
why
quarry
they're looking at you
finished.
funny.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think I can see a jagged basement there, so that looks like it's probably done. We probably hit bedrock. Let's see how my chest made out.
I know
I don't
last
think
night you
that's-
were getting quite a few diamonds. Me and Lex were doing a little tour, and
Yeah, I
Works
did get a
quite
decent
well.
amount of diamonds, I believe.
I mean, it's not. I heard Elo's diamond count is at like 1,500 or something. So.
I don't know. The last thing she said to me before she logged off is, I have 3,000 blaze rods.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Did you see her
Seen
blaze farm? It's epic.
Yeah, I've seen her blaze farm.
I showed it last night on the YouTube stream, so if you guys saw yesterday's episode, you will see her her crazy epicness. Oh well,
Awesome.
definitely probably hitting that wrapping up point. Why did you guys put like glass panes in my house?
I didn't. Not this time. Not me.
Okay, there's
I'm not
things.
trolling.
Things happen and they appear and I don't know what's going on. Anyway, this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 33 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. I'm going to write that turtle priority code in the turtle here between this episode and next, and then hopefully it'll be ready for the next episode. If not, who knows. I also want to get to some Zycraft stuff, so maybe if Soren here... Hey buddy, how's it going?
I know nothing.
Yeah, maybe if you get Zycraft working, we can kind of start playing with it in the next episode or two.
A whole belongs
Sounds
there.
good to me. I like
Yeah.
it. Oh,
Metabase, did you check out the Wand of Equal Trade yet, by the way?
Oh
Wand
my
of Eagle
gosh.
Trade. I have not. Can you show it to me?
Then yeah, I'm going to show it to you right now.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
ask
it
him
looks
how he
amazing.
did this because
Yeah.
I want to know the exact way to optimize this.
Alright, so what you do,
okay.
Metabase, is you shift right-click on a block, and it assigns that block to the wand. So I just
Uh-huh.
clicked on the cobble.
Yeah.
And then you need to right-click on a block in the world with whatever block you shift right-clicked on. So I need some cobble in my inventory to do this.
Okay.
You have me?
Oh. Oh my. Oh my.
I need to ask him how to do that so I can actually optimize that.
Oh my. Does it make it based on what was in your inventory, or what does how
Yes.
does it determine?
Yep, it needs the cobble in my like it changes whatever blocks you click on. It needs the cobble to be in my inventory to replace the bricks with, and then it put the bricks in my inventory.
Can I
Actually-
give it a try?
Yeah, sure. Shift
This-
right click on the bricks with that thing,
Okay.
and there's not much charge left in it, but
Is it gonna break then, or?
Hey, wait,
Probably.
before you use it, I have a better block for you.
Oh, so it doesn't recharge.
no, like the wands that do things don't recharge.
Don't use it yet.
Okay. Whoa. There's a glowy cobble thing above my hotbar. That's quite cool.
Isn't that nice? No, don't
Yeah.
don't. Oh, I hate you and everything you do to me. I'm transforming it back just for the record.
But yeah,
The one I put the
easy.
torch on is the center of that tile, so right click on that one and it'll transform all the cobble.
Okay.
Assuming the wand doesn't break eventually. How fancy, huh?
That is how fancy. Much
Dude.
fancy. I'm gonna use the proper
Epic,
grammar
right?
for that. That is epic.
Yeah. And it's
Wow.
really not that bad of a crafting recipe once you research it.
So if I had stone bricks in my inventory, I could put this back.
Yeah, you should be able to.
No.
Quite cool.
I have
Here you
some.
go, thank you.
Here,
Here you go. Here. Oh, okay.
you can put it back.
Do you get
All
to
right, guys.
walk
Direwolf20 wrapping up episode 33. Hope you enjoyed checking it out. We'll be back next time, maybe with some Zycraft stuff if Soren gets his rear end in gear and gets us some goodies. And then, we'll see what else happens. All right, take it easy.
Oh,